When I parted his dreads, I did not know where to start with this haircut. So first thing that I did was pick it out, and now I'm taking a 2 guard with the grain just to see if there's any light spots underneath. Something that a lot of times I've seen happen is where I would take the 1.5 or the 2 guard against the grain and it takes it too low, then there's a ton of light spots. And then I'm gonna go with the 1.5 to kind of clear up some bulk so that when I come back with to set in my liners, it's not too heavy. This isn't dirt. Just want to be clear. He just got his dreads retwisted. This is the holding gel that the stylist used to dread his hair. Now I'm going down with the 1.5. I just slowly wanted to go through my guard system to see if which one would make sense. I'm sorry, that was a 1 guard that I used. So then I set in my ball line, coming behind it with a shaver. And now I'm going with the lever open with my sabers. Mind you, I love this clipper. Like this, I don't care what nobody say, bro. This is the best clipper on the market. People try to make it seem like all clippers are the same, and this definitely erases that theory of good clippers don't make you a better barber. Of course, being a good barber, you got to know the steps. You got to know what you're doing. But there is definitely clippers that can make your time easier and more efficient. And this is definitely at the top of my list. So I'm just working out the bottom line. Again, I've never cut his hair before, so I'm just trying to see what the hair is going to give me. I don't want to overcomplicate this haircut, so I'm just going to simplify it. I'm come through and setting my 3rd guideline with my 1 guard all the way open. And you can notice that I'm not sure if she washed this part of his hair, but usually when the hair is freshly washed, that part of the hair is a whole lot easier to cut, and it's being very difficult and stubborn. So I'm able to take my 0 guard a little bit higher than usual. So if you're dealing with somebody that has this tight curl pattern, you're able to take that 0 guard a lot higher than you usually will be able to with somebody who doesn't have this type of a curl pattern. So because this is the hair texture that I'm dealing with, I'm able to take that 0 guard a lot higher in different areas. I'm able to take it to where that 1.5 spot will go. I keep brushing the hair back down. I probably should have used a comb just for purposes of teaching this video, but you just keep seeing that I'm brushing the hair back down because the hair is being stubborn. It's being difficult. So every time that I go with a stroke, the hair wants to go up. So I'm just trying to see what the hair is giving me. A lot of times you don't even need to be over aggressive with the guard system that you use. You know, it just depends on what the hair gives you. Like right now I'm using the 1.5. When I'm going through with the 1.5, I'm just flicking out at the top, but I noticed I probably could, now that I'm watching it, I probably could have just used a 1 guard and it would have gave me the same result, because that hair is just that stubborn. You know, when the hair is more stubborn, the hair is not trying to move, it might not be as clean, you're able to take lower guards into that. But as you can see, the higher up it goes, that's that thin spot that I was talking about. So when I cut his hair again, I know that the highest guard that I used with the grain was a 1 open. And the next time I will probably use a 1.5 and just blend into that. And I will also show him like, hey, right here, last time I cut your hair, this got light when I used the 1 going with the grain. Do you want me to take it lower, do the same way that I did last time? Or do you want me to use my professional opinion? Ask your customer what it is that they want. Because at the end of the day, they don't know. So if you explain to them the professional side and also the side that they like, they might be able to decipher the two and tell you which one they like. No, I like it the way that you did last time, bro. Keep doing it like that. Or, mind you, right now I'm detailing, but I like the way that you did it last time. Do it the way that you did last time. If they say, hey, I did notice that it was a little bit light right there, so if you could try to make it all one same length. Okay, so now what I would have done is I probably would have took some alcohol, wiped up that area, dried it out, got it like all the dirt out of there as much as I could, or maybe even a steam towel with some foam gel or foaming cream, something that's gonna clean that up. Maybe like a dry shampoo, something. Um, and I'm doing the same thing on the other side, but just trying to really explain to you, because I mean, there's YouTube tutorials all over YouTube that could teach you how to cut hair, but there's not many that's trying to really give you the breakdown of the thought process when you're cutting the hair, what it is that you're looking at, what you're noticing about the client's hair. Um, if you're going months without getting a haircut, you kind of want to make sure, or if your client's going months without getting a haircut, you kind of want to make sure that you guys are in on the same accord when it comes to the style of haircut that they want, what's up underneath all of that bulk. And pictures always does justice, right? If you don't, the consultation is really important, but pictures really tells you what they want at the end of the day. So pull up a picture of a cut that you've done or somebody else has done. Maybe they have a reference point, but you always want to either use pictures or really get a deep dive of a consultation. He really didn't have much of a idea of what he wanted, but mind you, when people go this long without getting a haircut, they not really picky. They just want it different than what it once was. So I'm still going through the same guard systems. My steps are liners, setting my ball line. After I'm setting my ball line, I go lever open. After the lever open, I take that out. Take out that liner's line. Usually go shaver before then. I go 1 guard all the way open, 0 guard, 1.5 or 2, and I just detail from there. I think everybody needs to have their own system. I think when you are copying somebody else's system, it's cool, but you need to find what works for you, what works for your wrist. And I noticed that for me, I have a system that I use on everybody's hair, but sometimes I skip. Sometimes I'll skip going. I'll go ball line, shaver, lever open, take out that ball line, and then go to the 2 instead of going to the 1. Because I don't know what's up underneath there. There's sometimes I'll use a 1.5 on certain hair texture, and it blends in that 1 guard. I don't even got to use it. I can go straight to the 0. So you got to find out what works for you. But like I said, these sabers right here are impeccable. If you could get your hands on these sabers, and I ain't got Stylecraft, ain't send them to me. I don't got no relationship with Stylecraft. They just follow me on Instagram. No relationship. They didn't send them to me. Nothing crazy. All right. I don't even use Instagram no more. I haven't used Instagram since like January. But yeah, it feels good to be back on YouTube, back teaching, back having a conversation with the people that watch my videos and support me. I've been on a search, man. I've been on a search trying to figure out what it is that I want to do, what it is that I can have fun with. And of course, as y'all know, I'm in real estate now. I did get licensed. I don't want to babble this entire video, but I do want to explain that I got a fire for cutting hair again. I got a fire for cutting hair because I found a different purpose within it. Being able to lead people to Christ through these conversations. Like, I'm talking to my brother right here. I just met him for the first time, and we just talking about like how I gave my life to God and how God has transformed me through certain situations in my life. And if that's what barbering is gonna bring me, bro, I could do it forever. You know, I just want to be obedient to what the Lord wants me to do. So I'm back on YouTube, man. I'm back on YouTube. I'm probably gonna do a whole lot more day in the life vlogs. This is gonna drop before the vlog that I did. I think I did a vlog like a week before this. I'm gonna start working on that one right now. But I said to myself, if I want to be consistent, I need to post what my viewers are normally, what they're used to seeing. So back on the tutorials. And here I'm just detailing. As you can see, I'm using the corner of my blade, and that's around that 0 guard spot. This is all the way open. I'm just trying to get in between that lever open and that 0 guard, right? Because it's easy to take this a little bit too high. Now I'm going 0. It's easy to take this a little bit too high. And I think this blend is good enough for me to be done and go on to the lineup. But I like to do a little bit of an extra detail. So I turned the camera on a little bit late. I just took a 2 guard down, I believe, or against, 2 guard against. And I'm setting in my ball line. We was arguing because my boy Dre across from me, he got this weird belief that the Lakers was about to make a championship run. This before Luka got hurt. So we was arguing crazy. I forgot to turn the camera on. But I'm just debulking right now, cleaning up the hairs underneath that bottom line. I don't use a shaver in the back on people who, what other way do you say it? On black people. I don't use a shaver in the back on black people, but honestly, I ask everybody, is it okay if I use a shaver in the back? Because some people break out. So I want to make sure I'm not making people break out. And something that I've noticed with a couple of my clients, I had cut one of my brothers from church, and I seen him I cut him Friday, Good Friday, cut him in the morning, and I seen him at church at the service, and I seen that he had a red line on his cheek, and I'm like, bro, are you burning from the razor? He was like, well, I put alcohol in my face when I get home, and I think that's what does it. I'm like, no, bro, it's the razor. You got to tell me these things. So I told him, I'm like, that's my fault though, because I need to be better at using shaving gel on everybody, or at least asking people more, right? I've just been cutting them for so long. I didn't know. I just didn't know. I didn't notice. So from now on, I'm going to be using the shaving gel on him. And I low-key think I'm about to record him for the next tutorial. But you have to ask your clients these things, right? That's something that I failed at as a professional in that moment, is I didn't ask him if he was breaking out from from the razor. Now, I used a shaver underneath his neck. He didn't break out from it. Use a shaver on top of his cheek. He didn't break out from it. But we have to do better as professionals at asking our clients these things, because some people don't know to tell you. If it only lasts them 2-3 days, some people don't care, and I had a client tell me recently, hey, can you start using gel on my cheek? And I'm like, oh man, I appreciate it, because some people won't say that. So ask your client before you use the razor. And here I just I'm cleaning up the bottom line. I don't know, I feel like after I tell y'all my exact steps for the taper or one part, it's low-key pointless to just repeat it. So what I'd like to do, what I want to start doing, is explaining to you my thought process as I'm going through the blend. So having the 1 guard on right now, what I'm thinking is I don't want to take it too high, because I know that bulk leading into the dreads is very rough to cut through, like very rough to cut through. There's probably some light spots under there. He really doesn't care because he don't see the back of his head. He has dreads. So I'm just trying to keep it as low as possible, and I'm fluctuating the lever as I go through my system in the back with the 1 guard. And I'm just knowing that the highest guard I'm going to use at the top is a 2. And I'm only trying to keep this maybe an inch. Maybe an inch is where I'm trying to keep this thing. But you see there's a light spot right there. All right, so now I'm going down in case there's another light spot. I get to look out for it. But you see light spots, these are things that you have to pay attention to. Because clients don't know for the most part, especially not in the back of their head. But 2, they're not really paying attention to that, man. Let's be honest. So, yeah, we see things different as a barber. We have a barber eye, right? They have a client eye. And this is a 1.5, I believe. And with coarse hair, it's always good to go with the grain. Before you chop down all the hair, go with the grain. Why? Great question, Xavier. The reason why is because you want to see, you guessed it, light spots. You want to see if there's light spots underneath there. So before going with the grain, before going against the grain, check and see if there's light spots. And another thing too, you see the part of his dreads that I'm leaving hair left over. Now I'm going with the zero guard, and I'm just blending it up, connecting the lever open into the one. And I'm using that lever open, looking at that zero guard spot. There's so many swirls in this back taper going every which way. I'm just trying to clean it up the best that I can. And you just mainly want to attack those swirls and get into that zero guard spot with the lever open. If you're going to do that, make sure you're using the corner of the blade. If you use the full blade, you're setting in a new line, you're raising the taper. That's whether it's a fade or a taper. Just make sure that you're using the corners. Now I'm taking my liners and I'm setting in my line. I didn't use no hairspray. I just feel like when somebody already has a ton of product in their hair, which he does from just getting them done, I'm not trying to add on to that. Like some barbers do, I'm okay with leaving stuff natural. Like I don't have to use holding spray every time. I don't have to use enhancements every time. Like, I don't have to do all of that. And as we go on to the razor lineup, just making sure that I'm stretching the skin. Looking for those spots that their hair grows a little bit lower, and this is one of those spots. So if I could find where they got a little bit of extra hair that grows below the hairline, that's the first thing that I want to clean up, because that's what I don't want to leave behind, because I'm just sliding down the lineup, trying to find, it's so easy to just start the lineup process and just work your way from left to right. But if you start off looking at the hairline, like, all right, where is the spots that's the extra hair? You got to clean that up. Widow's peak, if they get that taken off, got to clean that up. So that's all I'm pretty much looking for. But that's it, man. I appreciate you guys sticking through the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.